Good afternoon.
The chief negotiator for the deal that will send the Chiefs to Kansas is clear. This is more than just a stadium or a practice facility, but a marker to put Kansas and this region on the map.
And to attract and host major events. So, of course, Super Bowl is top of the list, but Final Fours.
But we know more about just how much Kansas officials don't know about the future and what this really means for the people.
And
wouldn't a Super Bowl in the state of Kansas be great?
It would be an amazing thing, and it's a coup not just for Kansas, but for Kansas City, for the entire metro. This is something we can't do in Kansas City right now. We simply don't have the facilities. And so in 2031, that's going to change. It's going to change for the better.
For last year's Super Bowl in New Orleans, that city reports a more than $1.25 billion impact from hosting the NFL's big game. For last year's Final Four in San Antonio, an estimated $440 million impact, while attracting nearly 100,000 visitors. But the question now is for those in Kansas, understanding that increased sales tax revenue will pay for Star bonds, what will they be on the hook for when it comes to infrastructure and public safety improvements that no doubt will have to happen?
What you've got to look at is both sides of the ledger. So you've got costs and you've got new revenues that come in. And what our study shows very clearly is there are more revenues that come with this project than costs. So this is a net win, a net positive for Kansas.
So can you say that Kansas will not see a tax increase?
What I'm saying is this is a net positive for Kansas.
Then we move the discussion to one of the most important topics, the people in Wyandotte County. In Wyandotte County, for example, the median income is just over $60,000. The idea that costs will go up is not me playing devil's advocate. Again, it's based off of research and looking at other stadium development projects across the country.
I've been doing economic development for 25 years, and I started my career in Washington, D.C. I got to see the economic power of a professional sports stadium and what that can do, not just in transforming the physical characteristics of a community, but in creating new economic opportunities for residents. And I'm talking about jobs.
Will there be work done? Has there been work done to ensure that those people will not be priced out of the place that they call home?
So, short answer is we're at the very beginning of a long process. And part of that process needs to be how are we going to ensure that the residents who are there, the residents who have built this community in the first place, who are key to the identity of Wyandotte County, aren't priced out.
What do you say to Kansans who are skeptical? Because we went through this interview and there's a lot of things that you may have an answer for down the road, but you certainly on today don't have an answer for. What's your message to them?
My message to Kansans is it is a massive win for our state economically to have the Chiefs. It is a massive win for our state in terms of our domestic and global image as a place to do business and as a place that's on the map, having the Chiefs. And this is also a massive win when you look at how divided our country is and all the things going on right now. In Kansas, what you've seen as it relates to growth is Republicans and Democrats have come together to do big things.
We also asked Tolan about Arrowhead and whether the deal could fall through, not only because of the community's attachment, but the Hunt family attachment to that place. I mean, they have played in 2 stadiums since they moved to the Kansas City area, but Arrowhead was Lamar's dream in a sense. And so he said, they thought about that, but this is the next iteration. Just as we do as human beings, we all evolve, and Arrowhead needed to evolve, and this is the next step of that evolution. And if you want to watch that full interview, because it is compelling, we will be posting the full 40-minute interview on fox4kc.com. And you can also tune in to more portions of our discussion this Sunday on For the People, hosted by yours truly, John Holt.
Malik Jackson, thank you.